Maybe you've noticed your friends skipping meals or getting really quiet when food comes up. Maybe they joke about being bad for eating certain things or feel guilty after eating. Maybe they've started working out every day and call it self-care, even when they're clearly exhausted. You're wondering, should I be worried? Then you hear them making comments about their body or someone else's more often, or getting anxious if their routine, like eating or exercising, changes even a little. If you're asking yourself that question, it means you care, and that matters a lot. Here's something that's easy to miss. Eating disorders aren't always super obvious. They don't always look like what we see in movies. A lot of people think it's just about wanting to look a certain way, but really, it can be about control, stress, feeling overwhelmed, or using food and food habits as a way to cope when life feels out of control. And here's the kicker. You can't tell if someone's struggling just by looking at them. They might look healthy on the outside, but inside, they could be dealing with something really tough. Also, let's talk about today's culture, because yeah, it's kind of a minefield. You've probably seen it. What I eat in a day videos, clean eating content, obsessive meal prepping, TikToks about gut health or detoxing, that whole "that girl" aesthetic. It seems healthy on the surface, but for some people, these trends can slide into orthorexia, an unhealthy obsession with eating pure or clean foods. And it doesn't get talked about enough. If your friend won't touch anything that isn't low carb, or they get anxious around food they didn't prepare themselves, that could be a red flag. Another example, if someone's lost weight and everyone's hyping them up saying, "You look amazing," it might seem like a compliment. But sometimes that weight loss is coming from a place of stress, anxiety, or disordered eating. And those compliments, they can accidentally make the problem worse. So what can you do? Start small. Be real. You don't need to fix everything, you just need to be there. You could say, "Hey, I've noticed you've been kind of off lately. If you ever want to talk, I'm here." Or even just, "You don't have to go through stuff alone. I've got you." And yeah, it's totally normal to feel nervous about bringing it up, but silence can feel like no one's noticing. And sometimes just knowing someone cares is the first step to getting better. If it feels like too much to handle by yourself, that's okay. Talk to an adult you trust, a teacher, coach, counselor, parent. You're not overreacting. You're looking out for someone. Eating disorders are real. They're serious, but recovery is possible. Treatment and support can look different for everyone, depending on the person, the type of eating disorder, and even where you live. Some places have more resources than others, but recovery is still possible, and no one has to go through it alone. Just being a friend who listens, who shows up and cares, can be a powerful part of that journey. You don't have to have all the answers, you just have to be present.